Hello, good morning, or good evening, whenever you are watching this. I hope you are doing well. My name is Catherine, and today we are doing the end of year book tag. So this is a tag that I originally saw on my friend Noelle over at Noelle 7 Pages channel. If you aren't subscribed to her, I'm shocked because she's fantastic. Such a great booktuber. Has all of the hot takes, and I love her for that. It was originally created by Ariel Bassett. I will link both of their channels down below. This is basically a tag to do in the start of the third quarter of the year. Third quarter. Yeah, fourth quarter. Third quarter would be halfway. It is a way to look at kind of the end of the year, upcoming things that you want to do before the end of the year in terms books-wise. Before we get into this tag, if you are not already subscribed to me, please hit that subscribe button down below and like this video. Let's get into it. Question number 1, are there any books that you have started that you still need to finish this year? My answer to that is absolutely. If my Goodreads is any indication, I am in the middle of quite a few books. The one I've been reading for the longest would be Namesake by Adrienne Young. It's not that it's bad, I just literally haven't read fantasy, especially YA fantasy, in months. It's been months, which hurts me to my absolute core, because if you've been with me for a while, you know this is my heart send is YA fantasy. This is just what manifests in me daily. But I have not read a lot of YA fantasy recently. I am so close to the end. I'm like 50 pages. I'm not even 50 pages. I just need to sit down and finish this book. Maybe I'll do that today. So this is the first one. Another book that I've been in the middle of for quite some time is A Vow So Bold and Deadly by Bridget Kemmerer. This is the third book in the Curse So Dark and Lonely trilogy. I'm gonna be real. I don't know if I'm gonna ever finish this one. I did enjoy the first two, but there's a lot of POVs in the second one, or in this third one, and I don't fully remember what happened at the end of the second one. So maybe I will eventually get around to finishing it. I think last time, I just keep on borrowing it from the library over and over again. And last time I think I got a solid like 20% of the way before I stopped reading it and read another romance. But again, it's YA fantasy, so I've just been having a really hard time with that. I also am reading Daughters of Sparta by Claire Haywood. This one I got as an ARC off of NetGalley. It's out. It's been out for a while. Haven't finished that. I want to finish it soon. I kind of have an idea for a vlog for it, so I might do that in the near future. So there's that. I'm only, again, like 10% of the way through. So yeah. Then we have A Strange Hymn, which is the second book in the Bargainer series by Laura Thalassa. I really enjoyed Rhapsodic, which was the first book in this series. I don't know why I haven't finished it yet. Again, I've been struggling with fantasy, so I don't know. I just can't think right now. I am also almost done with Curvy Girls Can't Date Quarterbacks by Kelsey Stelting. It's taken me a lot longer than it probably should for a YA contemporary. There's a lot of aspects that I really love about it. There's other aspects that I'm just cringing so hard, and I'm just like, girl, you need to figure some things out. Which is kind of the problem I'm having with a lot of YA contemporaries recently, where I'm just like, I just want to shake the main characters and be like, get it together. Speaking of YA contemporaries, The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. I am like 10 pages. Oh, I'm like 35 pages into this book. It's thick though. I think I am probably going to finish this soon. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a reading vlog where I just try and finish all the books that I am in the middle of. I also have started One Hot Italian Summer by Katrina Hawley. I started it as an audiobook, and I did not like the narrator. The narrator had a very fake Scottish accent. Like, it was very clearly fake. Like, it was not good. So I'm gonna try and pick it up as like an ebook and read it, although I feel like I'm kind of getting out of like the summer vibes, so that would have been the time to read it, is during the summer. Too bad I forgot how to read this summer. Finally, the last book that I am in the middle of is All the Feels by Olivia Dade. This is a arc. I am absolutely finishing this today. I already read half of it last night, so this one won't take me long. This is just what's currently on my currently reading on Goodreads. Thriving. Question number 2. Do you have any autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? I mean, I'm a mood reader, and I wouldn't say I'm necessarily a seasonal reader, but I kind of am a seasonal reader. I think I am going to try to get back into fantasy. That's like my main goal this winter fall season, is to get back into fantasy, because I really truly do miss it. I miss fantasy so much. I don't like thinking while I'm reading currently, so that's been a little bit of a problem. I do have one book that I am so excited to read, and that is The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. I'm going to be doing a reading vlog with this and a couple other dark academia books coming up very soon, so keep your eyes out for that. Again, subscribe if you want to see that video. I feel like this will be really good for that like fall sort of vibe. This is going to be the one. I know it. Question number 3 is, are there any books that you are still waiting for release? As of right now, when I'm filming this video, I don't know if they're out or not when it goes up, but All the Feels, I mean, I'm already reading it, so like I guess I'm not anticipating it coming out because I'm already reading it. But I'm so excited. It's so good already, y'all. I also, of course, have the second Aristotle and Dante Dive into the Waters of the World by Benjamin Alire-Sayaz. That one I am so excited to read. I think that probably will be out by the time this video comes out. One I am so hyped for is Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. This is the sequel to These Violent Delights. I love These Violent Delights so much. It was one of my top books of... Wait, no, I read it this year. Anyway, I really loved it when I read it, so I am so excited to read it as soon as it comes out. Like, I will probably immediately start reading it. I, of course, am also so excited for Here's to Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. This one comes out in December. I cannot wait to read it. It is the sequel to What If It's Us? That's the title. As I'm sure a lot of you know, I am a sucker for anything and everything Becky Albertalli, so I cannot wait for this one to be in my hands. It's gonna be so good. Also coming out in November is Gilded by Marissa Meyer. It is a Rumpelstiltskin retelling. I love Marissa Meyer's retellings. Her entire Lunar Chronicles is like one of my favorite series. It's just so good. So the sci-fi magicalness and the characters and the romance, incredible. I love it. So I cannot wait for her next retelling. So those are the books that I am still waiting to come out this year. So there's still quite a few. Question number 4 is, what are 3 books that you want to read before the end of the year? Besides everything that I've already talked about, books that I got this year that I just haven't read yet. The Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green. I just really love John Green's writing. I think he has some really fascinating takes on the world. So I really want to read this. But I struggle hardcore with nonfiction, so it's a little difficult for me to get into, but I do really want to read it before the end of the year. Another book that came out this year was We Free the Stars by Hafsah Faisal. This is the sequel to We Hunt the Flame, a book that I just really loved. I think Hafsah Faisal has a really incredible sense of world building. The reason I haven't read this yet is because I think I need to reread We Hunt the Flame. There was a whole read-along book club happening, and I just didn't do it because, again, I can't read fantasy right now. So, yeah. I want to read it. I think I am going to have to read We Hunt the Flame, though, just because there's so much that I don't remember. Head empty. No memory. No thoughts. Finally, I'd really love to get to Lost in the Neverwood by Aidan Thomas. I loved their first book, Cemetery Boys. I cannot wait to read this one. This is also another one that has that kind of spooky fall vibe, so maybe this will be an October read. It's already October. Oh my god, it's already October. Okay, that's fun. Yeah, so I'm going to try and get to to this one. It's a Peter Pan retelling. Yeah. Can't wait to read it. Should be a good time. Oh, I'm getting a phone call from my mother. Hold on. Okay, where was I? I was talking about this. I'm going to read it. That's the end of that statement. Question number 5 is there a book that you think could shock you? And what? Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? Yeah, I mean, I already am feeling like All the Feels is going to be a favorite book of the year. From the fact that I blew through the first half of it. Of these books that I've already talked about, I would say I can fully see The Atlas 6 becoming a new favorite book. From everything that I've heard, it has become like a book talk darling, but everything that I've heard about it sounds like everything I love in a fantasy book, and I think it's more like new adult, which I dig. So I'm thinking this could definitely be a contender for a favorite book of the year. I don't know if it would necessarily be the favorite book of the year, because I'm really bad at choosing favorites, but definitely could see it being in the top 10, depending on how good it actually is. We'll see. I don't know. I could see myself, if I do get to Gilded this year, it's coming out this year. I don't know if I'll necessarily read it this year just because I've been trying to read the books I already own. But yeah, I could see that one becoming a new favorite. I definitely believe that one of these books could become in the top 10 of my favorite books this year. And then number 6 is, have you already started making reading plans for next year? And the answer is no. No, I barely make plans for next week in terms of reading. So no. I am aware of some new releases that are coming out pretty soon that I do want to read in the next year. Some sequels, things like that I am excited for, but I wouldn't necessarily say I have any particular reading plans. I think I am going to be keeping my reading goal at 75. I guess my reading plans are to just really enjoy the books that I am reading, not force myself to read books that I don't want to read. Yeah, those are my reading plans. Read more fantasy, read more romance. Maybe throw in some sci-fi in there. We'll see what happens. Thank you so much for watching. If you have made it this far in the video, please let me know down below a book that you really want to read before the end of the year. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to hit subscribe. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And until next time, bye!